Good morning. This is Robert Goodman here on Positive Stroke, staying clean. And it's Monday. Yes, it's the Monday after the 4th of July weekend celebration. 250 years, the signing of the independence. So, I know a lot of y'all had a fantastic weekend, enjoyed it with friends, family, and loved ones. Um, Today, I want to talk about it's okay. It's okay. It's okay where you're at today. It's okay where life has got you, where your choices have gotten you up to this point in your life today. It's okay. You know why it's okay? It's because the reason why it's okay is it's a part of growing and living life on life's terms. I learned in addiction to recovery that my life situations changes just like that. Living life on life's terms, it changes just like that. And I got to be willing to adapt. And recovery taught me this because I'm going from active addiction of using not to use anymore. So I had to go through a whole lot of changes to stay focused on not using anymore. So I had to go up with ups and downs with my emotions, my feelings. I had to go all the way up, or I came all the way down, feeling good, feeling bad, feeling ashamed. I had to go through all these situations and feelings that I had to. But they instilled one thing on into me, one thing, just do the next right thing, and things will get better. And after having some time living the creed or the rules or the things that help me stay clean and sober, my life has gotten better. And the interesting thing is, I've been up and I've been down. And I've been in situations just surviving, all in recovery. But the interesting thing is that I have peace. Why? Because I keep doing the next right thing. I'm good because I adapt to my situation. I'm not crying the pity pot because things are not going the way I would have liked them to, or they're not moving fast enough for me. This is a moment where I can sit back and reassess and learn how to set up a system that's going to work for me now because my life situation has changed. And I learned that when I was in my active addiction, when life changes, I would just get all upset and I want to try to make it happen the same way, not change the way my behavior at any way, at no type of way, changing my behavior, no kind of way, because I want to continue to live the life that I choose and the way I am, which left me out into active addiction for 40 years because I was being stubborn. But in my recovery, I learned that maybe change might be better. Maybe if I just sit and just do the next right thing and things will get better. And it does. But the interesting thing is that I had to learn to accept to live life on life's terms, meaning I must learn how to deal with my situation and get the best out of my situation that I possibly can, that I can live a sound and comfortable life on the inside. And that's what's important. Because I must learn how to live with Robert comfortably. I must learn how to live with my wife comfortably. She has to learn to live comfortably with me. I have to learn to live comfortably with her. And that's allowing her to be who she is, and that's her allowing me to be who I am. But in the course of that, we bond and we do that. Then life throws us some curves. And as life throws us some curves, then she sees and feels a certain way. I feel about situations a certain way. And it's okay because she has the right to feel the way she feels, and I have a right to feel the way I feel. But on the interesting thing is that her wisdom and understanding can help us move forward. My wisdom and understanding can help us move forward, meaning that we take information from both of us and we put it into our plan to make our lives better. And it works. It works. Because she has wisdom and understanding about certain things. I have wisdom and understanding about certain things. And we put our information together as a team, as partners, as mates, soulmates. We put our information together and we put a course of action plan to overcome our situation or to make our situation better, and learn how to live in our situation comfortably and not feeling ashamed or hurt or feeling down about our situation, but learning from our situation and moving forward. I know that in my active addiction, I was on a pity party for a very long time. And that pity party, complaining and poor me and did this to me, I didn't grow. I just allowed that person, what they did to me, to live rent free in my head and for me to play that situation over and over again. And that wasn't making me better. It didn't make me better. It just allowed me to persecute myself for something that somebody did to me. And they probably forgot about it and moved on with their lives, but I'm constantly living in my head rent free over and over again, year after year after year. And who is it hurting? It's hurting Robert. So when I realized in my recovery, when I realized that I duped myself for 40 years, what I'm saying is I lived in a pity party for 40 years. I cried the blues for 40 years. And it didn't make me better. It just allowed me to live that situation over and over again, and with more bad situations until it just overwhelmed me. But in recovery, it teaches me to do the next right thing, to live life on life's terms. And I'm 66 years old, and I realize that life changes. When I was 20, and then when I turned 30, life changed. When I was 30 and I went to 40, well, my life changed. When I went to 40 to 50, my life changed. From 50 to 60, my life changed. When I went to 62, it changed. 65, it changed. And now I'm 67. And This information about me tells me that I must be ready to live life on life's terms, to change my behavior to make my life better, to adapt to living life on life's terms. Another thing that it's okay where I'm at today is that what's most important is having inner peace. When you can have inner peace and happiness, then you're able to work on yourself to make yourself better when you have peace. Also, another thing is that this is something that was hard for me to accept, that people have the right to make a good decision or a bad decision with their own lives. I don't have a right to dictate or tell a person how to run their lives because they're going to do what they choose to do anyway. I don't have that kind of power. The only power I have is that I can give you my understanding about the situation. I can give you what I would do, what I would accept, and what I wouldn't do. But the deal is, it's up to them to make the best choice for themselves because it's their life. Sometimes, well, if they just listen to me, they go. I remember, and I know, my stepkids would take an ass whipping to do what they wanted to do. They put that all in about doing it. They cover all bases. They know they're gonna get punished. They know they're gonna get whipped. They know that, but they're gonna do it anyway. And they have their friends and everybody with this plan. So if a child is willing to do what they want to do, regardless of what the parents say, then how much more of a grown-up is going to follow suit to the same type of behavior? I'm grown. It's my life. I know what's good for me. You don't. You may be my parent, but this is my life, my choices. I know what I want to do. And I learned that when I start to tell somebody what they should do, their ears shut down. They don't hear nothing no more. They automatically get defensive. They don't want to hear it. I'm grown. You ain't supposed to tell me what to do. I'm grown. The interesting thing is, what recovery taught me is that, listen, this is what I would do in that type of situation. I will not do this in that type of situation. I will not do that in that type of situation, and I will not do that. That's what I will not do. I stand by that, and I'm not wavering. If you do this, this, and this, I can't help you because this is something that I don't believe in. And I'm letting you know ahead of time. But if you do this, this, and this, I'll help you. But the choice is yours, not mine. And I learned that when, even in recovery, dealing with my fellow brothers and sisters in recovery, when I've shared things that I've learned and what I would do and won't do, and I shared in that manner, a lot of them follow my lead. or they sit down and they tell me the way they look at it and what they feel that's going to be good for them. We have a conversation. It's not defensive. It's about sharing your ideals and your beliefs with another human being, coming out with the best solution to the situation. And that's what we want. We want that for our loved ones, our friends, and we want them to have the best solution for the situation that they're facing. But the hardest pill to swallow is that we have no power over nobody else but ourselves. And acceptance of that hurts because we don't want to see our loved ones and our friends to suffer. We want to be there and we want the best for them. There's nothing wrong with that, but the choice is that they have to make good choices for themselves. When you leave it in their ballpark, they're willing to listen to what you have to say, and they may take what you say and use what you say. But if you tell them, you should do this, you need to listen to me. That's why you're going through all this. It shuts down. It's going to shut down. Another thing that happens, I know me, that has happened to me. When I got my life, living life on life's terms, everything is working good and everything. And there's peace. Then there's always something that pops up to cause drama and chaos. And I recognize it right away because we're living life on life's terms, me and my wife. We have our peace. We sleep good at night. We enjoy our lives. But there's times when drama and circumstances come up that flare up. And in order for us to address and deal with situations that come up with drama and chaos, by us being in the right mind and at peace, then we see it. We see it. And we don't entertain it. We don't entertain that type of behavior because it's not good for me. It's not good for her. It's not good for nobody. Drama and chaos is nothing but problems and situations to make you act other than yourself, to take yourself out of character, to act a certain way, to put yourself on Front Street, making a mistake. I learned to live life on life's terms, which allows me to accept the things I cannot change. I cannot change people, places, and things. The courage to change the things I can, which is me. But most importantly, I must have the wisdom to know the difference. That's the serenity. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That is the serenity prayer. And it's a powerful prayer. And I suggest that you pray that often. Get yourself to understand that you don't have control over nobody but yourself. And if you don't pay attention to yourself, you're not going to be able to control yourself. And when you realize that, when things start to fall down around you, then you're able to understand why, because of that serenity prayer. You have no control over people, places, or things, but you have control over yourself, Robert. And that's what I do. I pay attention to myself. And the more I pay attention to myself, the better I become. The more information I accumulate, the more wisdom and understanding about myself and my situation, because I'm focused on Robert. My wife is focused on herself. When she makes herself better and I make myself better, we make our relationship better because we're better. And as we make ourselves better, that's less garbage and stuff that we carry from the past. We done got rid of it. We're not carrying it, which allows us to have peace, joy, and hope on the inside, which allows us to share and to enjoy each other. But when we have so much going on, we got so much controversy and all those issues and stuff and drama going on, the focus is off of us. I can't focus on myself if there's a whole bunch of drama going on around me that I have that's consuming me. I'm not focusing on Robert, and I'm not making Robert better. I'm just trying to survive through the drama, and that's not living. But when I keep the focus on myself to make myself better, my life gets better. I get better. And the interesting thing is, I smile more, I'm happier on the inside more. And by me making myself better, I get to see and pay attention and love my wife even more. That I can see and I can understand and be there for her through situations and issues that pop up. Because I'm cleaning the wreckage of my past. I'm cleaning the daily wreckage that I make. I'm working on Robert to make Robert better each and every day, which allows me to enjoy life and life streams. So wherever you're at in your life right now, it's okay. As long as you're doing the next right thing. Just keep doing the next right thing. Don't question it, just do the next right thing. And watch how your life changes. You'll see on your own how your life will get better. Last but not least, this is my take on recovery. I believe everybody's recovery is their own recovery, how they choose to live their life. I don't believe that no one should dictate or try to make people do or be something that they're not. I believe each person needs to find their way to live their best life. I believe each person needs to dig deep and find out what's good for them and what's not good for them, what they should do and what they should not do. Because here's the thing, unless the person getting the information don't use it, it's not going to get done. I had to use the information that I learned from recovery and to live my best life, to work on myself. And as I worked on myself, I realized that I'm a very imperfect person. So I have to pay close attention to myself because Robert can do more damage to himself than anybody else can. And the damage that I can do to myself, I can cause myself to suffer over and over again for years. That's what I did in my addiction. I duped, conned myself to stay in active addiction for 40 years. Recovery taught me how to find my way in recovery, to find out what's good for me and how I can live my best life and how I can be joyous and free. That's your job. That should be your mission because you're the most important person to yourself. Robert is the most important person to himself. My wife is the most important person to herself. And as she blossoms into roses and I blossom into roses, our life gets beautiful and wonderful and joyous and free. Because we're both working on ourselves to make ourselves better, and our relationship gets stronger and stronger by the day. Because we both realize that in order to enjoy our senior years, we must be good with ourselves and good with each other. This is Robert Goodman, Positive Stroke, Staying Clean. Remember, it's okay where you're at. Just keep doing the next right thing and your life gets better. That's it. Don't feel bad if you made a mistake or a situation that happened in your life that got you knocked down. It's okay. We all get knocked down. We all make bad decisions. I made bad decisions. My wife made bad decisions. They make bad decisions. But the decision that we make that's not the issue. It's what we do after the mistake. We've learned from our mistakes, and we're going to make our lives better. That's all we can do. And that's a good thing. This is Robert Goodman for Positive, wishing you a great day. And it's Monday, and I know a lot of y'all, some of y'all got them hangovers and feeling bad, and it's okay. Just ask yourself, is enjoying yourself and then being hung over like that, is it worth it to feel bad? To go to work feeling that way? Just something. I mean, I had a beautiful holiday with my beautiful wife. We had a nice little time. Family came over and they went swimming and everything was beautiful. It was nice. It was really nice. And I wake up in the morning, next morning, I'm good. Why? Because I'm not doing the status quo. Got to drink and get drunk or lit up and brag about it the next day. That's what I used to do in my active addiction. Like it was a badge of honor. And as I realized in recovery is, I was applauding beating myself up, beating my body up. I was applauding myself for beating my body up and feeling the way that I did after being lit up for the holidays. Something to think about. But I like my life today. I like the way it's going. I enjoy it. It's a beautiful thing. I see a lot. I enjoy a lot. And I enjoy the things that are what's most important. So remember, Count your blessings that you're alive today. Count your blessings that you have a shot at making tomorrow better than yesterday. This is Robert Goodman. Have a great and wonderful day.